Hey, it's Kyle from Bolton E-Bikes. I'm going to introduce something new on Tuesdays in addition to the regular videos that come out every week, and that is Bike Tool Tuesday.
Bolton E-Bikes. If you want an electric bike that's better, then ride along with me and my channel.
To get things started off, this is the saddlebag that I carry on my personal bike when I go for a ride. And stay tuned to the end because I'm going to show you a new tool that's going to be available soon as well. So let's open it up and see what's inside. First things first, and the most accessible thing is a Crank Brothers multi-tool. And you can see this has most of the tools you would need on a typical bike, from your different sizes of Allen heads, and since I prefer to ride a mid-drive bike, a chain breaker. Next I have a very well-worn but still functioning pump, and here's an interesting one. It's a wrench that has various sizes, a spoke wrench as well in case I find myself with a loose wheel, a very small patch kit. These are the keys to a couple of my e-bikes, just in case I need to remove the battery. And in case I have something with Presta valves on the tube, I have a small adapter. That way I can use my standard pump that I have, and if I wanted to use a pump at a gas station or somewhere else, I could use that as well. There's one specific tool that I felt like was really needed for electric bikes in particular that is missing. And it makes perfect sense because for a standard pedal bicycle, you would never need it, and that is a very large wrench. Now if you have quick release wheels front and back, you're not going to need this, but a lot of e-bikes with a hub motor in particular on the back need an 18mm wrench to remove the rear wheel. So you can try and patch the flat without removing the rear wheel, or you can try and figure out how to fit this into a small saddlebag, which in the case of the saddlebag I just showed you, this is not going to fit. I do believe I have found the solution, however, and that is by making an entirely new multi-tool, which is this. As you can see, it has the standard tools we just talked about, the different Allen heads, the Phillips heads. Now you may be wondering what this is. This is the one tool that most multi-tools for bikes don't have, and it is an adjustable wrench. So I got one of these to test out and see, does this even work? Here's the smaller wrench that I keep in my saddlebag. Now that particular bike I had that saddlebag on has quick release wheels, so it doesn't need a bigger wrench than this. But if I was riding a bike with a hub motor, which I often do as well, you can see it doesn't fit because it doesn't go large enough for an 18mm nut. And as well, it's really so short that you can't get enough leverage to loosen that nut or properly tighten it down anyway. Now here's the multi-tool with the adjustable wrench. I had some concerns at first that an adjustable head like this would be able to properly grab on that nut without slipping or without stripping the nut, but after trying it quite a few times, I find that it works pretty well. So let's see how that works. You can open that up, slip it right on, make sure this edge is flat on the nut, and then since we have our handle basically here giving us some more leverage, we can just push on that, and you can see that loosened the nut up and it didn't slip at all. And if we needed to, we could pull that wheel off on the side of the trail. And then to tighten up, we just turn it around the opposite direction. And it's pretty easy to get that firmly on there. And we can push nice and hard and get that tightened all the way back down. And I feel confident that that's going to stay on. Oh, I'm not done yet, however. I know that we need this wrench, and I know that it works, thankfully, but I'm not quite decided on what the other tools included should be. So that's where you come in. This is not a multi-tool where I decide what goes on it. I'd actually like my customers, you, to comment on the video, tell me what specific tools you would like to see. I'll put a list in the description of the available options that could go on this. And together we're going to make a new e-bike specific multi-tool that has all of the things you actually need. Thanks again for watching another video from Bolton e-bikes. I'll be back soon with another video. In the meantime, please make sure to subscribe. Remember that once I hit 10,000 subscribers, I'm going to give away another electric bike to somebody watching the channel. So thanks again for watching. I'll be back soon.